So I want to talk about something that people have been really bashing on since essentially the beta experience. Not only that, but we also got an update to their blog post recently about mounts, which has caused everyone to be in a massive panic. And I just want to provide a clarification on that. If you had heard something different, let's dive into it. So let's address mounts really quickly here. There's a massive amount of misinformation going on right now as of just yesterday due to Blizzard updating their blog post with this post here. Mounts unlocked after completing the main quest line with one character. They talk about mounts and some things about them, but mainly that first sentence. People have seen this blog post and they basically have extrapolated it to mean, okay, you have to complete the entirety of campaign to unlock mounts. This is actually not true. Based on what we've experienced, even for those of you that played the beta, it looks like you can unlock a mount earlier, just like theoretically. And Joseph here confirms that there is a quest that you'll encounter during the campaign that once completed, you will unlock the mount. I believe this is around Act 2, although I don't remember if they have specifically confirmed that. I believe it is around Act 2 is when you're going to unlock them out relatively early on into the game. It'd be pretty big bummer if they kind of locked the mount quest behind the entire storyline. I highly doubt that they would do that. And if they have, then I would suggest them rethink that and provide them out much earlier on. In fact, even as early as soon as getting to that first town, I think is a reasonable thing to ask for. The mount is quite well designed in Diablo 4, and I think that it would be very helpful for people who may not want to walk around the open world. But don't worry, you're not going to have to wait the full 35 hours to beat the entire campaign to unlock them out. And you can see here, there are a lot of Reddit posts kind of flaming these articles out there. Diablo 4 mounts are off limits until you beat the campaign. This is essentially, people misinterpreting that blog post. To be fair to them, Blizzard did word it really poorly. However, they've previously mentioned that you're going to get them out earlier. I guess they assumed that this is an update to that kind of position, but this is not true. So if you're one of those people that have been scouring the internet and have seen this, don't believe it. And now we get to another really hot button issue, and that is respeccing. So this is something that people really hate because it actually costs currency, gold, and they're worried that it's going to cost a lot. But also people are worried that you're going to have to frequently respec to handle content, and that's also another worry. And I want to address a couple of those things here, and I guess give my opinion on this. So first off, this person talks about how it's crazy difficult, or rather just a lot to respec in the end game. They're absolutely right. There's a lot of skill points to click in, paragon points, etc. They want to talk about an hour or two of gold being this a huge barrier because they might do full respec more often than that. Are people planning to totally re-gear, re-level glyphs, and click like 300 buttons every few minutes? So this is a very important point. People want to be able to respec, but in Diablo 4, the cost isn't really going to be the barrier, in my opinion, at all. In fact, I don't even know if we've really had a confirmation on how much this gold cost will be in the end game. I doubt it will be a lot. But the real bottleneck is the fact that you have to have glyphs that are leveled in your Paragon board to have an equally strong build. You can respec, but it will be weaker in the grand scheme of the game because you're not going to have the specific Paragon board that matches it, potentially even the gear. But definitely something that is a huge talk. Goes on to say people keep presenting free respecs as casual friendly, but doing a major total respec seems the least casual possible activity in the whole game. Feels like a thing you might do once ever to make some major revision to a build. I 100% agree with this. I think that frequent respecing is something that players don't ever do. Casual players will never do this. There's no reason to, okay? If you're a casual player, you're gonna go through and you're gonna play with your build, and there's no reason to spend 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 2 hours to go re-gear your whole character, to go change your Paragon build, etc. for a minor content bump. This is something that casual players won't do, so free respecs doesn't really change anything, and I 100% agree with this. Now, on to my opinion on costed respecs. Again, I think it's sort of a non-factor in the grand scheme of the game. I don't think the cost is going to be a lot, one, but also two, I really don't think that most people, and if you are going to, be using this feature. Most people won't, but if you are going to, then you're going to be one of the more hardcore players in the game. Now, that doesn't mean that, okay, a casual player might respec. That's not necessarily what I'm saying, is that they'll never respec, but I think that in terms of developing a Paragon board, etc., and adjusting your skills and all that type of stuff, the full respecs are never going to be casual friendly. But changing a few points here and there, that I do think is kind of casual friendly, because people want to try out builds, and I think that it's totally easy to do that, because you can just remove a couple of points and re-associate them with certain places, even if it does have a cost associated with it. So I don't think that's a really big consideration. As we see here, Riker said he was regularly respecking even at 75, and this is absolutely true. When he was talking about his endgame experience, Riker said that he enjoyed respecking quite a bit. I don't know if it was because he needed to, like he absolutely needed to, or if it because he was just wanting to try some different builds out and be more effective. And you can see here, he did say one of the respecs was a full respec, and he said he was recovering the cost fairly quickly by playing the game. I don't think people are quite understanding the itemization in the game when they complain about respec cost. It's not like D3 where items have affixes that are generally good. Affixes in D4 are more build specific. At level 75, finding new items that support your build will be a bigger barrier than respec cost is. There you go. So, and the edit says it was a full Paragon respec, not a full respec. But again, this is exactly what I would say as well, is that the cost to respec is literally just a non-factor in 90% of cases, because you would need to find specific builds, a full rebuild process, a full Paragon rebuild process, full glyph rebuild regearing process, right? It's going to be way more difficult than just putting in gold. So I don't think that's really a conversation, in my opinion, that's worth having. I think the conversation should be steered more towards, hey, the game is too hard to actually mess around with builds right now. We need to fix that. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I thought this was an interesting talk, as well as I wanted to avoid any panic about mounts. I'll see you tomorrow. One other thing before I let you all go, for those of you that are more dedicated viewers, you guys reach the end, you guys get a little bit of a meme here. I saw this meme, I thought it was hilarious. Literally every ARPG content creator right now, and it's and the actual content is game launches June 6th. You know it, guys, you know it. I know it. We all know it. Okay, everything is true. The thing is I truly believe it. I can't speak for everyone else, but I truly believe, like, oh, this is huge. This is new. I'm excited. Regardless of whether or not the impact to the game is big, the impact to how I am enjoying the exposure is big, and I will absolutely share that with you all. And I think a lot of us feel the same. And I thought this was hilarious too. Stop clicking the clickbait then. This is what I say to everyone, is like every single thing on YouTube is clickbait. Whether you think it's clickbait, like if it's just the title of the video, like 5 reasons, or like here is how to beat the boss, and then they just show a video of beating the boss, that's clickbait, right? Because they title it in a way for the people who need that information to click on it. Everything is clickbait. Everything you see in the world is clickbait, but just in the real world, right? So if you don't want to watch a video, you don't want to get pranked, you just don't click on it, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, YouTube doesn't push it out randomly. It pushes out to people who plan on clicking on it, and guess what? You click on it. So I think the joke's on everyone here. I'll take some joke here, and those people that are mad that they got clickbaited, well, I mean, you clicked on the videos. I mean, it is what it is. I thought this was hilarious because it's absolutely true. Every YouTube thumbnail of mine is like that. 90% of titles are like that. That's just what happens, Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think about the mounts, and let me know what you think about the respec costs and all that type of stuff. With that being said, I will see you all tomorrow.